welcome back to Quarrators, the show where two handsome gentlemen, they sit down at a computer or tablet device and they ask, what is Quora? Can I go on there? We're your hosts. I'm Alex Ptak. I'm joined by the one and only Jeremy Kaplowitz. Say hi to the fans, Jeremy.
Hi, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Another week in paradise on Quora.com, a website that we're going to become very popular on, and people are going to like our questions, and they're going to answer them with their best advice they can. Now, this is week 2 of the Quarrators podcast, and that is it's a combination of curators and Quora, because several people have asked me, what is it? Is it like
I thought it was Raiders.
Like Raiders, Jeremy?
Like Raiders of the Lost Quora.
The other guy on the podcast didn't get it, so it was a really good move.
I asked my wife, and she said, like Raiders? I was like, that's what I said.
Well, if you could read it, I feel like you'd get it, though.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Because people know the word curation because of Indiana Jones.
It's
right?
true. It's true.
That belongs in a museum, and it's a question of if your tongue has lumps, is that cancer?
That question belongs on Quora.
That question belongs on Quora. So we're kind of figuring out the show still. It's an exciting time for all of us. No one knows where it will go, but I'll tell you this. We are going to follow up on the only continuing segment we have so far on the Quarrators podcast. Oh, paging Dr. Freud on Quora. Oh, boy. We are going to follow up on the one question we've left so far, which is last week I asked... Let's get this.
You think anyone ever went to Dr. Freud and thought he was a medical doctor? Where they're all like, I got this weird splotch on my back. I don't know what to do about it.
Do I want to fuck my mom?
Yeah, that's his answer to everything. He's like, you want to fuck your mom.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I'm going
to
prescribe you one, your mom fucks you.
All right, so what's slowing me down here is I am having trouble using the Quora interface, and that's somewhat of a recurring feature of the website, is it's not clear how you use it. It's not quite like Facebook, although it is set up like Facebook. So I've gone to my profile, and under profiles, it does have all of your questions. Last week, I asked, I am a newly married. What do I do?
Okay.
Now, a little behind the scenes for the listener. I am not newly married. I've been married for 3 years. Knock on glass.
Congratulations.
Hello. But Jeremy here is, he's just newly committed to the church and to its values. Isn't that right, Jeremy?
It's so true.
Jeremy, quick, what's your favorite thing about the church?
The church?
Uh-huh.
I like the hat that the Pope wears.
That's a good answer. So far we asked, I am a newly married, what do I do? Trying to use the local dialect that Quora has. And so far, no one has answered the question. So we did something.
So we fucked up.
Badly.
Yeah, we didn't do it well.
We don't have any followers on Quora.
Does it have any up Quoras?
I don't think anybody saw this.
Okay.
It's really giving me a bad vision for the podcast.
I don't quite get it.
I'm scared. Okay, so it says, Alex, want an answer to this question. Request help. You get answers to your question if you request an answer. So it brings up a list of suggested writers.
Okay.
So it's offering... Matanuk girl has answered 368 questions in marriage.
Okay.
Victoria August has answered 1,124 answers in marriage. So she'll probably drop
These are both women. Do we want the perspective of a woman or a man?
Well, I do want to keep it as one for the fellas.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
and in some way?
It's a question by a man. But maybe we want a woman's perspective on what to do. What was the question again?
I feel like that's to admit defeat. The question is, I am a newly married, what do I do?
Sure.
So if we ask a woman, they're probably not going to be like, lock down the pussy or whatever. The stuff that we want to hear.
Cave.
First thing you're going to need, pal, is your old man cave.
Yeah, I live in Brooklyn.
Get a big picture of beer.
My apartment is one room. So it will be all man cave.
You'd have to share the picture of beer. Oh, you can look at that, honey. That's for both of us. It's Coors Light. You seen it before? It's sweating.
Luckily, I feel like a man cave, at least as far as I've seen in pop culture, is usually just a room. It's has a TV and a couch, and it's most people enjoy both of those things.
I don't really understand the concept. Maybe it makes more sense when you have children.
Sure.
But the idea is I need a demarcation line from my spouse because we have entered into a partnership, but I am her enemy. If that makes sense. I regret every moment we have together.
Right. I need my own space.
It is also very much home ownership.
That's true.
Which, when this podcast really takes off and we move into a house together, then we can share a man cave. Wouldn't that be fun?
Episode like 50 of Quarators is all just complaining about like property taxes and
yeah, when I die, my kids lose how much? That was gonna buy a boat. Wait, one more other.
What to do with boat I bought?
What to do with boat I bought? All right, no, we do need to do a better job with questions, but I have to add that another one of the recommended authors is Kim Kostina, and their follow-up is, haunted by ghosts.
Oh.
So are these questions specifically regarding I am married but haunted by a ghost? What do I do?
That seems like I want the answer to that question.
It is more interesting to read. So I think, okay, so what's our problem with our question? It's incorrectly grammatical. That's on purpose. That we're not changing that. It's too vague. Mm-hmm. We need to lie more. That's what people on the internet do.
Yeah.
And we need to have a hook. So I think
we should wait till the end though. I think we should see what questions we have that arise.
We'll read other questions and come back.
And I think we should think, what questions do we have about the world?
The other thing too, so this is kind of confusing to me, but everybody's answers on this are like an SAT's entry essay.
Sure.
It's like 1,500 words minimum for all these quoras, and we don't have time to do that on a radio show. That sounds bad.
This isn't a DBQ.
Yeah, it's not one of those. It's not a stream. So, but I think if you could put up a question, you don't have to like follow up anything. So we'll come back to that. So, what are some great quoras you saw this week, Jeremy?
Okay,
Let me
open up the old iPad.
Yeah.
Okay, because now this is I've been getting emails every single day, sometimes twice a day.
Oh my god!
Where
you're doing better at Quora than I am.
Where Quora will send me a question, a list of questions that are top stories for Jeremy.
Oh wow! So those got to be that's probably the best stuff for you, right?
Oh, it's so good. It's like TikTok. It's for me profile.
Yeah. Oh, here I am covered in ants.
Did I just invent the Quora of the summer?
Pav, you are reading a Quora.
Whenever it says Pav, it's very funny to me.
Pav.
It gets me going.
You'd think it would be easy to teach the robot how that one works, but it's not.
Okay.
The technology is not there.
I have 10 of these. Should we just go through them in order? Because I'm realizing that the URLs do not reveal what the question is, and I've forgotten what they are.
It is better to unlock a mystery, so let's go through the chorus.
Number 1.
Okay.
Can you fake fainting in the hospital in the ER, or will the doctors know?
Okay, so what do you think?
Can you fake fainting? I don't think that they'll know. I don't think there's any way that they would really know.
I
think doctors are fucking liars.
I feel so fully the opposite.
Really? Really?
I don't think you can fake fainting outside of a hospital that well. It's really easy for someone to just like kick you and be like, no, they're awake. Look at them. They're moving around.
If I wasn't strapped in, I would try right now to faint. But
give it your best shot.
I don't want to, the
you're
microphone
afraid of
is finicky.
leaving your mark because you're a star. And this is the first episode. Oh, we should talk about this. We set up cameras.
We did set up cameras.
We want to become popular with children.
Yeah.
So we're trying to TikTok the show. Is it working? Do children know how Quora works?
Do children know what Quora is?
Ask your child. How the fuck am I doing this wrong? This seems so easy.
Being on TikTok is so weird because like on any other social media, some guy will yell at you and you'll be like, fuck you. But on TikTok, you can click their thing and it's like a child.
Yeah, don't do that.
They'll be like you'll be arguing with someone. They're like, your video sucks. And I'll be like, you suck. And then I go to their profile. They're like, here's my top 10 Power Rangers. Number 10, red.
It feels very much like having your adult birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
And there's all these videos that are like,
so lit and the pizza's cheap.
Every video on TikTok that I see now is like, Pav, you are 24 years old. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then like a grave emoji coming out. Yeah.
This is how all 25-year-olds talk. And I'm like, this is not good for me.
Let me take off my reading glasses.
Anyway, I feel like doctors.
Back to the fainting.
I think I feel like all the dumb kids I went to high school with.
Sure.
The poor ones became cops and the rich ones became doctors. I don't think they would know if I.
That's correct. It helps you recreate the class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the thing about doctors is there are a lot of dumb ones, but they do know a lot of doctor stuff.
They do know doctor stuff.
Say what you will
And
about
I really
these
shouldn't
guys.
talk shit. I shouldn't talk shit. I don't know anything about anything.
It's like pissing off Walter White or something. You're going to take a bite of your Ritz cracker and it's going to be full of ricin. You like that? Ricin.
I do think Walter White would know if I fainted.
Yeah, he would. That's what I'm
He
saying.
would
Do you
know.
know why? Because he's a goddamn doctor.
I would like the episode of Breaking Bad where Jesse just pretends to faint because he doesn't want to make meth anymore.
Oh, bitch.
No, I'm falling asleep, bitch.
Oh, no. I got to play GameCube. It's
Wake up, Jesse. Jesse. Get out of Luigi's mansion, Jesse.
But I don't know. What do you think? What are the tells? What do you think are?
Stop cooking on Overcooked and come cook in my van.
That's a good sketch. If we were SNL writers in whenever the fuck Breaking Bad was out,
Yeah, whenever.
Jesse and Walter White playing Overcooked 2,
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
That's way better than whatever they fucking cooked up for Jimmy Fallon over there. He didn't know what he had when he had it. And this is a lot of negativity coming out from me in a way it's no good. All right, so yeah, can you faint and trick a doctor? Let's see
I
what
want
the
to know
answer
though.
is.
What do you think is the tell of fainting?
I think it's like your eyes are moving around and stuff. Because when you're asleep, your eyes, they go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they look around. Like, you know that test they do to see if you're unconscious where they shine a light in your eyeballs? Mm-hmm. Or is that to see if you're dead? Oh, man, we're really far away from
Okay,
any
I'm just
kind
gonna
of
read it.
medical-
I'm just gonna read it.
Let's not answer any questions.
This says eyelashes don't lie. The best trick I ever learned for figuring out if someone was faking or not was the old eyelash trick. I guess this is a common occurrence for this.
Okay, we got the hospital
answer.
cop checking in.
You can try this on a friend without harming them. Have you friend close their eyes and pretend to be unconscious? Take the tip of your finger and touch or flick one of their eyelashes. Your friend's eyelid will twitch to show you very obviously that they are not unconscious.
They are not unconscious.
Wow. And then there's an edit that says like, thanks for all the up quarras, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a shit?
If you flick their eyelash?
Yeah. No, wait, what's up?
What is the test? It's if you flick their eyelid?
Yeah, if you flick their eyelids, they'll twitch. Although I guess
If they are awake.
oh no, if you flick their eyelashes, their eyelid will twitch.
I don't know about this.
I'm trying to do it to
Jeremy
myself.
is currently flicking his own eyelashes.
Nothing's happening.
No, it looks fucked up. You're
I think I could do
definitely
it.
awake.
I think
watching.
I could trick a doctor. I trick doctors all the time when they ask me questions and I lie to them.
I was like, Jeremy, are you single?
And I'll be like, yeah, baby.
Another, another night, another PhD. All right. So, okay. Well, that's pretty good. Should we do like a medical episode?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's all sorts of good stuff on here. Do you want
I
to?
don't know what else we got pulled up here. So
I have a bunch of other Quoras.
Yeah.
Do you want to do one of yours? You have a good one.
Give me another email, Quora.
Okay. This is Quora number 2. What is the most tragic announcement that was made at your high school?
Is it not somebody dying? It's usually somebody dying. Is the top answer
Yeah.
9/11 though? Because that's a cop out. Because not all of us were in high school for that though.
This is a very intense story about somebody dying.
Yeah, it's always somebody. You would only ask this question if you're just like, tell me your dying stories. I'm a software engineer at lunch. Yeah, my school had all kinds of dead kids all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, we were like number 3 in the country for a brief
dead
while
kids?
for suicide.
Where'd you go to school?
It was outside of Boston. It was the suburbs, and for whatever reason, for like the 3 years I was there, we were on the podium of saddest children.
Oh my God.
And it was very strange for me because it would always be like somebody has died. You go outside of your class and like the world is falling apart for everybody. And I never knew who any of these people were. So it would be like if I made up a name right now and I was like, Jeremy Schmitty McDougal is gone.
Schmitty? No.
I know you have a lot of memories with him. And there's like somebody next to you weeping and you're like, no, I get to go home. Oh no. Then you find out your like best friend is Schmitty's cousin. And you're like, we're both upset.
Oh no, Schmitty.
Fuck.
All right, I'm not gonna read this person's very tragic story about their daughters dying.
Yeah, don't read that.
I'm not gonna read that. I'm gonna read a different.
This is supposed to be a good podcast.
Okay, this question. I've only been going based on questions.
Okay.
But this question is, what is wrong with our society today?
Oh, okay. Let's nest on that.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on what is wrong with our society today?
I do. First of all,
There's a 0% chance, by the way, that you predict the first sentence of this answer.
so if I was going to guess what's going to be in the answer, I'm going to think like avocado toast style outrage. Is that correct? Is that like a culture war thing?
Not
Like
even close.
your barista wants to know your your nouns and your pronouns.
You're not even close.
Okay. All right. What do I think's wrong with society today? Missing a little something called love.
No.
And that's a generic answer. That's technically correct.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
That can't be wrong.
So what is the answer in the quarter?
Okay. I was in the local swimming pool yesterday. I say bye to my girlfriend out in the hallway before we head to our gender-separated changing rooms and showers. I guess you're right. There is gender based in this.
Okay.
I find an available locker, undress, and lock my clothes in the locker. The moment I turn around and about to head for the shower, the door to the changing room opens wide. A woman is holding the door to let her 3 boys in. She has full view of at least 3 completely naked men and several preteen boys. She makes eye contact with me. Behind her, other guests are walking to and from the female changing room further down the hallway. She says bye in italics to her boys and closes the door to continue down to her changing room.
Did she say it weird? Is that why it's in italics?
I guess.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, she's foreign or something.
And then it says, everyone acts like this is completely normal.
Okay.
That's it.
That is what's wrong with the world today.
Yeah, when I think about
You can't act that way at the steam room. Those kids you got to change those. Wait, so did you just like want them in the women's room? Is that?
I think that he's like upset that this woman opened the door and could have seen him naked.
Oh my God, what are you so afraid of?
Who cares?
What do you think? She's a mother. She's given life.
Yeah.
She's better than you.
She's better than you.
Here's the problem I have. There are no male mothers, and so they don't know like the problems that you have. Or you know what? Actually, I feel like you can't say that, and that was bad. And we're chopping that out, and I really didn't think it through, and I'm not a bad guy.
I like the idea this guy's so upset that like this woman's going to see the naked old men that everyone sees in the locker room. Alex, your cat is destroying the podcast.
That's fine. Did you lose headphones?
No, it's fine, but he is standing on the mixer actively moving sliders.
That's correct. Waffles the cat is producing the show as he does every week, and currently he's turning off the mics that we're not using. So I think that one's okay. I mean, everything sounds okay, and he's the one not on video. The one thing people don't like on TikTok, have you heard this, is videos of cats doing things. Is that true? They get no interaction. Oh. People hate them.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Especially when he looks so contented doing it.
He's like literally the producer. He's editing the podcast.
He's like up to something. Like he's like on a task of some kind. And he's just, oh my fucking God, this cat. Whatever. He hasn't fucked it up yet. He hasn't fucked it up. You know what's wrong with society is cats think they can be producers now. And they didn't go to school for it. And they didn't take the time to learn. And they just show up and they think they can do it because they're so
You can't do what we do.
You can't do it. Do you know how hard Jeremy researched Mario to get where he is today?
You can't do what I do.
You can't do what he does. He's coming over to you now.
Oh, no.
He may be on video now. Yeah, he's going to knock the iPad down. This is part of it. All right,
I hate that, like, I feel like I used to have a better sense of humor, but, like, ever since buying a cat, like, 7 years ago, now just, like, I uncontrollably laugh at just a cat standing.
Right.
I don't like it. I wish that I had a better.
I thought you were gonna say like I throw myself into a rage every time the cat steps on my phone.
No, I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't like that it has made me someone who's just like, oh, the cat.
You're somewhat soy now.
I am.
Because of your taking care of a wife.
I am a little bit soy. You ever notice how you become a little bit soy when you have children?
I have noticed that. What would that look like to you? Okay, that's really good. There is 2 different audiences. One is getting no video, and the other one is.
The other one is does not exist.
Yeah, the other one does not exist. And also, this is just going to live on my desktop.
Yeah.
All right, so like you know how you've been going through Quora just by questions? I've been really going based on answers.
Okay. That's a smarter way to do it because sometimes you'll click a question and it's about someone's child dying.
Well, do you know why it's the smart way to do it? Is because no one answers the questions to any of these. They are always about a mom going in a steam room when the question is, what is wrong with society? Are there any other good answers to that you see?
I don't, let me look.
Just before we move on, just because I am trying to really learn from other posters.
So my Quora digest just shows me answers, but let's see. I'll view 100 plus other answers to this question.
Okay.
I don't want to
One
do
of those
this.
is, yeah, that's probably too many.
Wait, now it's making me log in.
How
What
many
the hell?
answers do you think you could read in a row? Don't log in.
One or two. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Okay.
It's a nightmare.
Quora yelled at me. It was like, you have to log in.
I don't think the website should yell at you either. Is the
very
thing.
upset
like,
with
this
me.
is a bad. The website's bad. We can say that.
I have to agree that I'm at least 13 years old. So I can't read this one. I mean, not if I don't.
that?
Can I? Do you want me to continue
What if
with
they do a
Google?
captcha of the
I'm
Super
doing
S?
it. I'm logging you in. I'm sorry.
If you hit sign in with Google, that'll go to mine.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, it wants me to use a Face ID. It's too late.
Okay.
I'm not old enough. I don't know. I cannot.
All right, so just look like my face. Just do my face.
Do you want me to try it?
Yeah. What does that look like to you?
Let's see. This is great podcasting.
What does it look like? What does my face look like? That is not what my face looks like.
Okay,
How dare you?
Let's find out what Google thinks.
No, it didn't work. Yeah, Google says you suck, bro. You're nothing like Bill Hader, who could absolutely log into my iPad.
He absolutely could.
He could log into anybody's iPad. So talented, Bill.
But also
Bill.
a threat to national security.
Is that true?
If he can log into anybody's iPad.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess I never really considered it. He is in that show where he murders all those people.
That's also
and
true.
now to know that he's like cracked the camera code.
At any point, he could call someone up and you think they're Alan Alda.
Yeah, so what's your routing number?
I mean, Alan Alda, I'll give you my routing number any day.
I'll tell you anything, Alan. You're a huge
You're from
inspiration to me. You really got me through Vietnam, Alan. I'm 25. Just giving making information. Okay, I found a good one. So I thought this was enlightening. The question is, can humans befriend bears?
Okay.
And that's the entire question.
I have thoughts on this.
Before you read anything, you are going to notice a photo of a mangled woman next to a photo of a bear hugging a supermodel.
Okay, so that's kind of like here's a yes, here's a no.
It is, and it also does leave you to believe like this was me before, this is me after. But then you read the start and it says, can humans befriend bears? It puts it again in the post. Let's have a look at the woman on the left-hand side of the image below, or with what was left of her.
Oh, no. Is this an answer by Werner Herzog?
Or what was left of her.
You've seen his movie.
Yeah,
Grizzly
every
Bear?
Quora he's about to write, he gets to the end and he's like, no one must ever see this. We must hide this from Quora and the Quorators.
His answer is too powerful.
It is a human condition itself.
I wish I could do a good Werner impression. He's so funny.
It's tough next to my spot-on word song impression.
I know. I thought I was hanging out with Bill Hader.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is Charla Nash is her name. After she was brutally attacked by Travis, the pet chimp of one of Nash's good friends.
Oh,
so this is a
chimp.
fucking post about a woman after a chimp attack. That's like, no, you can't befriend bears.
That's a completely different answer.
Doesn't that make you mad? I got really
I'm
mad.
upset about that. I'm genuinely.
And then just talks about how messed up the chimp made her, and it's like, yeah, they can't be trusted. I'm not gonna get one.
Yeah, I would never befriend a chimp. A bear, maybe.
And then there's more photos of hotties with bears, and it's like, are they around? I assume.
So maybe the answer is just that if you're like sexy enough, you can befriend a bear.
Yeah, bears know how to find a beautiful woman. They're real. They're classic gentlemen. These bears. They're like, it's like hanging out with somebody in their 60s.
They're like a big guy.
Yeah, they're always like, oh, I hope the woke mob doesn't come for me. And the
bears.
Yeah, this is stuff they say.
Yeah, bears keep getting canceled.
Do you think when a bear is hunted by a village for slaughtering a goat or something, they see that as a kind of woke mob?
Yeah, they're like, well, what did he say?
Oh, pro goat mob here.
The goat mob.
Oh, the goat mob so mad at me
With
for
their
harvesting the
literal pitchforks.
livestock. Oh, here come the torches, and they're lighting me on fire and shooting me with a gun. Oh. So the woman's really jacked up, and so the way this is phrased is very strange. Travis, who weighed about 200 pounds at them, simply ripped her body parts off with ease as if she was playing doll. So when I see these images, which appear to be a trend on social media nowadays, and then a picture of more hotties with bears, and we assume these pictures are not fake, I can only conclude that these women are bonkers. And then paragraph, stark raving bonkers. New paragraph again.
Again, though, this is a chimp, so no one has ever asked the question, can a human befriend a chimp? Because everyone knows the answer is no.
Yeah.
We're too similar.
And they're violent, and they have like finger muscles that are too strong. Yeah, chimps are evil.
They're
That's
too
kind
close.
of the thing.
They're basically humans, but dumber, so they're evil.
Because they're like they can't go on Quora and learn about like how to be married. And
Exactly. Although neither could we, because no one answered our question.
Well, we will in a few weeks. We're gonna figure it out soon. We're gonna figure out. So we're gonna be the king and queens of Quora.
That's true.
Yeah, but this pissed me off that she answered these questions about a bear with an ape story. These are the kinds of things you're gonna find on Quora. Here's another one, and this is just cards on the table. It does say under it, it's promoted, so it is an ad.
Okay.
Which, seeing funny ads are part of our society. They keep our economic engine revving. And is it funny to make fun of them? I don't think so. But this question is, and it's above a photo of a woman crying with her son. Are there any nice companies that will send you money if you need it? And this does have like the most traction of anything on the website. It's a very popular post.
So I hate to say it, but that actually was my new business idea. It was just a nice company that sent you money.
Yeah, you just look for sad mothers, and you're like, here's $20.
Here's $20.
Buy yourself a steak.
I mean, it's as profitable as any other tech company.
Buy yourself. What can you buy for $20?
Yeah, you certainly can't buy yourself that
You
much.
can't do a steak. I have to come up with a new thing.
You get like a Trader Joe's steak.
You could buy wholesale steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go to like a frozen steak. Buy yourself buy and eat a frozen steak. You see if like this is my business that I've started. And then they're like your investors are coming back and they're like, so how's the business doing? You're like, I've lost everything. I keep finding sad mothers.
So this is like literally just the business plan of MoviePass. This is like what their whole idea was.
Which by the way is back.
Is it actually back for real?
Oh, dude, are you not on the wait list?
I mean, I'm on there, but is it true? Can it be possible?
I'm assuming it will just be for more money.
The original MoviePass, I got the year-long MoviePass for $80, and I saw 20 movies in New York City, which is like $20.
I was still on 10 a month, and I was on a rampage. I was seeing like 3 a week.
I bought a ticket to a movie on MoviePass once just to use the bathroom at AMC.
And you don't have to do that. I feel like they'd probably let you in there.
Probably. But the CEO of MoviePass was like, we just didn't think people were going to see that many movies. It's like,
so what is your condition to stop me from doing this a second time? Because I will do it again.
I don't know. That's what I'm curious.
I have not improved in my moral fiber 1 inch since 2018. Nothing in me has changed.
Worse.
I'm more cynical. I'm desperate now. I have the quiet look in my eye of a man who survived a pandemic.
I remember at the end, they made you take a photo of the ticket that you bought because people were just using it as a credit card. They would like buy a movie and then just like buy groceries with it.
That's really bad.
Yeah, it's one of the worst businesses that ever existed, but it was a great few months.
Do people understand that businesses are there to make money? Like if it gives things away, it's a charity. It's not a business. It's a different thing. Well, here are the answers in here, and it is again like 3,000 words, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. But here are the suggestions. 1, get paid to play bingo. And then it's an advertisement for Bingo Cash, the app that pays you up to $80 every time you win bingo.
All right.
Now, have you played bingo before? Because you don't win that much.
No, it's certainly not a lot of strategy to bingo.
By the time where you're taking the day to win your bingo money, you could probably do something.
Literally anything else.
Yeah, you put in the effort at that point. But so you can get bingo money. Number 2 is get up to $250,000 from this company. And then it's like a high interest rate loan thing.
Oh, okay, sure.
So that's a very common
that's a very
scam
nice
right now.
Company.
Aren't you nice to give me $250,000 at 5 times the interest rate? Let this app pay you up to $83 when you win solitaire games.
Okay, so it's the same thing as bingo, but it's solitaire.
Why is the app paying you, and is it probably programming a horrible robot? Would be my guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like teaching robots how to be racist somewhere. The way that you win at solitaire.
You don't need to teach robots how to be racist. They just like seem to always be racist.
Yeah, they get it right away.
Right away, they're racist.
Clicks for them. Yeah, robots always say it like it is. That's the thing about these guys.
Yeah, robots. There's going to be an AI comedy special in the next like 3 years.
The only not racist robot is the TikTok algorithm, which I always called the Chinese robot, and I think that's because it is like extremely repressed.
But it is racist, though. Is that not true?
Is it? Well, it will.
That was a big controversy.
It will share racist things.
No, but there was
how is it racist?
There was a big controversy a few years ago that the Chinese robot, as you call it, the TikTok AI.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember if it was a racial thing, but they definitely were like, there was a no uggos thing where like if you were overweight or ugly, the algorithm would suppress you. Like people like did the research.
Yeah. But
I'm
that's
sure
not racist,
but I'm
though.
sure there was also a racial
It's a very
bias.
superficial. I see.
You know
Yeah,
what I
because they're
mean?
putting that in there. I mean, and to be clear, I'm not calling it the Chinese robot based on anything the robot is doing. It's just it was manufactured in China.
It is a robot,
and that's to clarify away from the wonderful robots we have here in the States. And I'm not saying anything about it. I feel like I sound like a real asshole today, and I don't know why.
I'm not trying to disparage
Just trying to learn about Quora.
I'm not trying to disparage you. The Chinese robot is from China.
I think it's a great robot. I love hanging out with it.
Pav. You are
Pav.
hanging out with the Chinese robot.
The robot is letting you talk to children directly. Pav. Tell them about what Hurricane Sandy was like.
I did see this is just me recounting a funny TikTok, but I did see one recently where the guy was doing something and then he did voiceover. He was like, for some reason, my voice to text was not working, so I had to do it myself. And it cracked me up.
The robot voice is better than a human voice.
It is. It's
I
really
prefer
good.
it over
It's my friend.
Yeah, it's my only friends, really. This is a website called Inbox Dollars that will pay you to watch short video clips.
All right. Those sound like those short video clips will be advertisements.
I would assume so.
That's the future.
If they're not,
of jobs.
again, you are programming a racist robot.
Eventually.
That's where money is right now.
The biggest job in America one day will just be like, I watch ads all day. They put me in front of a screen and I just look at ads.
1/3 of the economy of San Francisco is programming different racist robots. And they have all of our money in different tech firms, and that's how you can make $225 on inboxdollars.com. All right, so there's a bunch of cell phone games. Number 6 is don't pay your full credit card bill, which is just like...
That's not a company.
Number 6, run. They can't catch you. You have too much to live for.
There's this great company. It's very nice. It's called The Bank. And if you show up with a gun, they will give you money.
They'll give you whatever you want. Also, pro tip, as many lollipops as you need.
They have lollipops at the bank?
Yeah.
I haven't been to a bank in a long time.
Oh, they got...
I'm not doing that well.
It shows, buddy. Every time we're in there, I talk to the teller. I go, could you imagine Jeremy in there? He probably doesn't even know about the lollipops, I tell him. I get one of the free Keurigs they have. That's the thing they have at the bank.
Do they really?
Yeah, they got Keurigs at some of these banks. So you can just have a coffee while you're there. I really upset the people when I'm at the bank because when I'm in there, I'm like always getting like laundry quarters or whatever, and they assume I am about to like buy a house. They are very confident that I'm a wealthy and powerful man, and then I'm just like, I have $34. Can you help my poop clothes? I never learned to eat.
I'll have one lollipop, please.
It took them over a year to turn me away.
Really?
Yeah, I kept going back. I'm like next to a community bank, so I just like kept going there, and like they'd look at me in the eyes like, all right, I guess you can have $10 in quarters.
Wait, are they not allowed? Are they allowed to tell you no?
Yeah, they're allowed to tell you no.
That seems not. That should be a law.
Because I'm not paying them. They're giving me their quarters.
Right.
So like after a while, I got the one the one clerk who like has something to stand for.
And he was like, no.
I never want to see you again.
Really? Did he say that?
no, we didn't say that.
What did he say?
I said that to be funny. He
Okay,
just
fair
said
enough.
no when he told me to leave. And,
Oh.
and I did leave, and I had to get quarters at a farther away bank.
Sure.
And this is the hardest story I've ever told in my life. I'm really trying to.
Fuck out of my bank.
I want the kids to think I'm a rich and powerful man.
Sign up for our Patreon. It costs $1.
For $1, I will go back to that bank, and I will demand satisfaction. Let this. All right. So then there's like a bunch of more apps. So yeah, and then the comments do highlight that nobody's going to pay you to play bingo when you're broke. So I think people are getting closer to the fact that businesses
Sure. Do traditionally have to
do not
make
give
money.
you money unless you are doing a service for them, but
Yeah.
it's not really spelled out directly that way. This is like a cornerstone of the website, though, is it's for advertisers
Scams,
and scammers. And it's sad because it's a beautiful community and it shows what could be. And I've been on here. I think we got into this last time, but I'm trying to find like new spaces.
Sure.
Quora Spaces is something you can
To
click.
hang out, you mean?
Yeah, well, they arrange topics for you. And so I've signed up for Forbidden Knowledge and Forbidden Psychology.
This is knowledge that is forbidden.
I seek to unravel the thread of secrets.
Do you worry that if we start reading forbidden knowledge on the podcast that they'll take us down?
No, I'm not worried about that. Because
That-
I'll have
that
all the
we'll hear a
knowledge. I'll
knock
use
on
that.
the
I'll
door.
evade them.
That's true. The knowledge could be how to evade the people who shut you down.
One of the first questions you read on here is like, do I answer the door when ICE is knocking? No. Forbidden
really?
answer. No.
Is that really one of the questions?
They're mostly just about how to trick women, I think. But very important detail from the Forbidden Psychology page is it appears to be one person who posts quite frequently, and their name is Kira Austin.
We gotta get her on the pod.
We gotta get Kira on, especially because they're like the things they post don't really seem to go together.
What are they posting?
Asked in Forbidden Psychology, what's an unpopular opinion that you actually agree with?
Okay.
Forbidden.
Why do so many people let the goodness of their hearts eclipse the light of their reason?
You cannot know that. They're not supposed to know that.
Is that kindness harmful? Why do so many support and accept causes that go against the highest human reason? Can you give examples of this? And this has no answers.
Oh, that's scary. That's frightening because that's forbidden.
So I'm not really learning how to make a post from this so far. Okay, it's a picture of a dog. It says, "This is Eclipse. Every day she leaves her house by herself and takes the bus downtown to the dog park."
Forbidden.
I've seen that clip.
Do not stare into the eclipse. She has unlocked human reason.
I think maybe our question this week should be forbidden knowledge, and we ask, what am I not supposed to know?
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if we enter their space and then tag them, they will probably answer.
What's one thing that I'm not supposed to know?
But this is like where we start building together our Quora foundation here. What do we need? We need a more specific question than that. So it'd be like, maybe I am newly married. What am I not supposed to do? Or something, something like that.
What am I not supposed to know
What am
about
I-
being married?
What is my wife hiding from me in her forbidden psychology? Okay, so this is kind of a dud, I think. There's not like too many. Again, it's all from Kira Austin sharing. This one is a pasta recipe. So some of these are duds, and it's not. There's no check on there's no mods for forbidden psychology. That's the difference between this and Reddit.
Yeah.
Is Reddit is very heavily moderated. In this, it does not seem like there is a way to.
Reddit could not be more moderated.
And they're so oppressive.
Yeah.
They don't want me to unlock forbidden knowledge.
No.
Okay, so forbidden knowledge is a different space. And this is more about mythology, ritual, magic, and other forbidden topics. Question 1, is there anyone else who reads auras? Is there? Do you think?
Anyone else?
Is there anyone else? It
I don't
does.
know who
It tips your hand a little bit.
I don't quite know who the first person is.
Well, I think it's implying that they do. Okay, so it says, I myself can't read auras. Okay, never mind. That's So there's another, maybe there's like a guy we're all talking about. But I have known a few who could. My girlfriend's son's wife, who got me into Crowley's philosophy, that's Aleister Crowley, the Quora user, of Thelema years ago, an interest in occults that would greatly expand. She often said to me that even though I had a kind appearance, I carried a strong aura of deceit.
Oh my God.
Years later, I'd have to say she is right.
Wow. Okay. I thought that would be very offensive, but if she was right.
Oh, but there are mods on this one. Is it just that one space really
What's forbidden?
was like the bottom of the barrel?
What are they moderating? What are they saying?
I don't know. This post had to get approved.
Oh.
By
I wonder if
Sarah
our post was
McLean, the
approved.
aspiring novelist. So let's answer the question, maybe.
This question? What's the does anyone else have auras?
Can anyone else read auras? And then
Can you read auras, Alex?
I think I just want to respond correctly and be like,
no.
no. Well, I don't want to be mean.
No, you should say no.
No, I don't think so.
Just them.
I don't want to be. I don't want to. I'll let him down easy. I'm gonna say I don't think so. No, I don't think so. All right, cool. And then there's the grammar is incorrect because the I is lowercase.
Oh, good.
So I don't want to get banned from here, but that is something. All right, I'm clicking on the questions tab, and then it's loading for a long time. Is there any Siddha guru who can activate my third eye with their power? No one's answering any of these. Wait a minute.
That one is that's a tricky question.
Do you think there is one?
I don't know.
Do you think there was a Siddha guru?
I would go to Quora if I had that question. Quora would be my first stop.
Yeah, well, that is where I mean. This is something about this website is I would more expect a guru to be here than on Twitter or something. You know what I mean?
True. I wouldn't post that on Twitter.
Right. Like if I had a lot of secrets to unveil, I'd probably be like, first they must find me.
On Twitter, you'd be like, quote tweet this if you're a guru.
Pav, you are a Siddha guru.
I love the robot voice. I love the one. There's so many of them.
And then there's like a rap song playing over it.
Yeah. One of them's Rocket Raccoon. So it'd be like, Pav. Pav.
Can you open my third eye? So there's some answers. How does physical distance affect telepathic communication? In forbidden knowledge, there are two answers.
Okay.
I swear it. Absolutely no distance at all.
Okay.
Even light years across the distance, trackless wastelands of space and time. So that's the whole answer. That's one of them.
All right. Well, I do feel like that helps.
I up-Quora'd that one.
Give that an up-Quora.
Okay. Then the other answer, the opposite. It doesn't. It's just as potent and energy travels across space and time. Wait, no. So they're both saying you can do it for wherever.
Okay. Fair enough.
So like I could like totally like shoot you like bring me in Arizona. We're about to record.
That'd be cool.
If you were in China, even if you were across the world,
Doesn't matter where.
doesn't even matter where.
I'd be getting that
Where are you
99
going?
cents Arizona iced tea.
It's always $1. It doesn't matter how inflation changes. They promised that. The CEO promised that. Why do you think there is such a thing as forbidden knowledge? I don't know of any. No
What?
answer.
I think we could answer that.
Leave that one on red.
Should we answer it and say because you're not allowed to?
Yeah, well, maybe, but I don't. I
have
want to be
to.
part of like a discussion here.
Sure.
Is there anyone else who reads auras? That's another one on auras. I had a concerning dream this morning. A guy I've been involved with in the past was in my house, but it wasn't him. He was trying to get me to do something or tell me something, but I never gave in. Then I was back on my couch as I actually was, and he came up to my face and was talking in my ear, and I looked at him, and he asked him, who was he? And the distortion or illusion became very clear. Wait, this is all the question? This is in like bold, big font? I had to click on it, so I got disoriented. And the distortion or illusion became very clear, and his face was like pantyhose being stretched over the eyes, but sinking so weird. And I swung at him and was awakened because I literally hit the cup of ice water I had on my coffee table, pulled close to my grab while reading. My confusion is the guy. Does this have anything to do with the actual mail I know, or am I just getting a nasty visit from a demon or entity?
It's probably a demon or entity.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold that on the guy. Either way. That's a
probably
demon.
That's an entity, maybe.
That's a lying spirit.
Do you think it's a demon or an entity?
Often an entity.
Okay, that makes sense.
Often an entity. I don't, unless the demon is working tricksmanship.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is trying to turn you against this man who could maybe help you. Maybe he's the only one who knows about demons.
That's fair. It's forbidden knowledge.
I've gotten to the first half of the question.
Oh my God.
I need to cleanse my home, right? I recently looked into a clearing on myself and home, but I honestly couldn't afford the amount being asked, so I've just begun to research more about how everything works when it comes to magic and sacred space, as well as many ways we invite these energies into our home or bodies, but I'm no expert. If anybody can give me some direction or advice on clearing my home, I've had quite a few different people recently come by that aren't the most easiest people to be around. So I know protecting, but most importantly, transmuting and creating a healthy space will help me. Thank you for listening.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, there are some answers for this. One of them is saying that this person has anxiety.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's true.
yeah.
I think they do have
Anxiety.
anxiety.
If anxiety is the name of a freaking entity,
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could be. It could be the name of an entity. It's trauma is what it is. It's coming back. I mean, you didn't want to be around this guy, and now he's got pantyhose phase in your house. You can burn some sage.
yeah, that's
This
not
is
a
saying
bad
you
idea.
can just burn some sage.
Burn it. Why not? It's always. It can't hurt.
I like this space though. Forbidden knowledge. I'm gonna unsubscribe from forbidden psychology.
I think forbidden knowledge is good.
I thought forbidden psychology would be more ignorant in a funny way. But
Sure.
we're really finding gold over on forbidden knowledge. Let's do one more of these and see if we can get anything good. Have any Greek gods died?
I don't know.
And then it answers. It says, gods do not die, just one. By nature, gods are athanatos, which is usually translated as immortal, but actually means without death.
I think that means the same
And then
thing.
it says Zagreus. So it's like, oh, okay, you played that game.
But Zagreus
You
was
played
not.
Hades. And now you're like, I know about Zagreus. It's so embarrassing, dude. You can't post on forbidden knowledge.
No, you can't post about video games on forbidden knowledge.
They're not forbidden is a lot of why. And yeah. Oh, you know what it is? This is one of the mods though.
Oh, it's a
So
mod?
you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, if you're a mod.
Come on,
There's no one cooler than a Quora mod. We should try to become Quora mods.
We have to pick our space first.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to get a good question out by the end of the episode. Let's see if we have any more good stuff loaded up for the week, and then maybe we'll
Okay.
get around to a question.
I have some email ones.
Okay, yeah.
This one is, I know we're not trying to be
Blast me.
too political, but this one is, how do I stop communism?
Oh, Usually by killing people. It's been the tried and true answer on that one.
I love to think this is like a CIA agent typing into Quora. How do I
day
stop
one.
it?
All right, so I faked it till I made it, and now I'm in charge of the CIA. Let's get some answers. Okay.
This guy answered it, Pascal Moramachil, and he
Okay.
says that his qualifications are he has an MS from Soviet University where communism was mandatory, which I'm sure that's true, but it's very funny to me. Just I'm from the Soviet University.
I'm from the past. You must change their time.
His answer is you have to become rich, and then he explains how you just.
Oh, so then back to the other post about the bingo game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he says if you play bingo for $80, you can every time you win, eventually you can prevent.
Then you take out a loan, and it's easy to do.
He says pursue wealth and power above all else. Do everything you can to increase your wealth and power. Try to
always a
own
good
everything.
It's a good answer to any question.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's
Pursue wealth.
try to own everything is just always a good.
Yeah, that's like anti-communism.
If it
then
takes,
you can't share it. If
that's
you
true. Yeah. Abolish private property. It says if it takes multiple generations to do it, train your kids to be purely focused on accumulating more wealth at all times, and just really get down
Damn,
to it.
I am behind on my stopping communism plan. Looks like I should have started in 1920 if I really wanted to get anything done by now.
Yeah, your great grandparents should have really been reading Quora.
Shit. I think my grandma was teaching at an elementary school. She did nothing to accumulate power.
Now you cannot stop communism. Good job. You cannot prevent tyranny.
That's fine. Okay.
It says ruthlessly take over everything you can. If you can manage to force compliance, it's beneficial for everyone. And then one day, if your wealth grows enough, you or one of your kids can own the entire earth as your own personal property. And if you can, and then you can prevent tyranny because everyone will have to obey you.
Philosopher King.
Thank you, Pascal.
That's kind of insightful in a way, isn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah, to become the wise king. What would be your first decree as the wise king?
Probably to end tyranny. I think if I owned everything and I made it so that I could control all rules and laws, I'd be like, no more tyranny.
Right.
Cut it out with the tyranny.
But that's kind of like the wishing for no more wishes. People are going to get you with that one, though.
No.
That's
I'll
the
be
one
fine.
you do last.
I'm like, hey, no bossing people around. New law.
Yeah, right.
No bossing people around.
Act like you've been there before.
Yeah.
Okay, give me another email question. That's really good.
I don't think this one has a good answer necessarily, but just as a question, I think it's funny because we were talking before about how I'm on landlord Quora for some reason. They think I'm a landlord. So this is, as a landlord, can I set a 10 p.m. curfew for my tenants?
Oh, no.
It's just an insane question to ask.
You can't, though, I don't think.
I would hope not.
Are they your children? This is like a riddle in a way. The landlord was a woman.
Okay, here's a good question. What was the most bone-chilling sentence a loved one ever said to you?
There's a ghost behind you. That would be it, probably.
Yeah, which was fucked up because you were, of course, married to a ghost.
Right, I was married to a ghost the whole time.
I'm going to read this person's answer.
Knowledge. Yep.
Please cut this from the podcast if it is boring. My husband and I had only been married 4 or 5 weeks when one night I was sure I saw a man standing at the end of our bed. I slowly put my hand on my husband's chest and said, "There is a man standing there."
How many people are seeing this man? Honey, you gotta cleanse that space.
You've got to see this man.
He looks like he has pantyhose face. Pav, the man is back.
Pav, I put my hand on the husband's chest after he doesn't see the man. He jumped up and quickly turned on the light. Just before the light came on, the man said, "Take good care of my boy." My husband's father had passed away when my husband was 13, and I had not been to his hometown, nor had he ever told me what his father looked like.
Are you kidding me?
He asked me, what did he look like? I told him exactly what I saw, and he stared at me for a few seconds and said, "You just described my father."
Oh my God. So how many of these are ghosts is going to be my next question.
I had yet to tell him what the man said. That was 60 years ago, and I never forgot the chill that went down my spine at that moment.
So like the people who are too old for Facebook is also a big
Yes,
part of the
this is someone who is, I guess, at least like 80.
Right. They've been scared into a longer lifetime.
I have to say, it is pretty impressive that I said, "What's the most bone-chilling sentence a loved one ever said to you?" And you immediately went with ghost.
Ghost.
You're a ghost. It's a ghost.
Writer's instinct. It's a ghost.
And you were right. This person's answer was a ghost.
Yeah, I'm correct. That it would be the most chilling thing.
I thought it was going to be something mean.
Yeah, I also thought it would be real stuff, but it's not. It's ghosts.
It's ghosts.
Okay. I got a good question here.
Okay.
So I found this one yesterday. Why do a large portion of women like muscular physique on men when gyms did not exist during quote unquote cavemen times? And why do you think that is?
People were notoriously weak during caveman times too.
Yeah, well, they didn't have those show business muscles.
No,
they didn't have those Vin
doing
Diesels.
roids.
They didn't have those, they had farm strength. They had like those apes that hurt those women muscles, like the strong fingers. And then, by the way, it has like 3 jacked, isolated tribesmen. Who, like they got abs and stuff, and it's pretty good.
Am I misunderstanding the question? They're saying there's no gyms back then, so why do people? Wait, what?
Why do a large portion of women?
Okay.
On this podcast, we're going to be talking about women a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because that's something that has to be. That's a question we got to answer.
That's
Come on.
that's one of life's big questions.
Come on.
Is what's going on with these women?
Why do a large portion of women like a muscular physique on men when gyms did not exist during caveman times? Am I the only one asking this?
Okay, so this is, I assume, in forbidden knowledge.
Wait, is it? It might be in psychology or something. I have a hard time finding like how these posts work. Like I can't tell where they put it. Can you just put a question outside of a space?
I don't know. This is a good question, though.
Well, yeah, it is a good
Why
question.
why do a large portion of women like muscular men when gyms did not exist during caveman times?
So I think the idea is like genetically they should like brainiacs or something.
Okay, so I mean,
But what
taking
does
this
that
at
look
face
like to
value,
you?
none of this makes any sense because, like, first of all, in caveman times, they're all fucking jacked. I mean, there's photos of them.
I think that's a common misconception.
Maybe this guy's
about
watching the
caveman times.
Flintstones.
Oh yeah. Well, they had those like 50s bodies back in
Right,
the Flintstones.
right,
They had
right.
those like barrel chests.
Right.
Elon Musk body.
I would love a barrel chest. That'd be
Oh, I
great.
would love. I mean, it gets you Wilma. It
Oh,
gets you
yeah.
Wilma.
Oh yeah, she's crazy.
She's got that big hair.
Hanging out in the bedrock.
In caveman times, it's very desirable to have big hair.
Oh yeah, with a bone in it.
Wait, this is also kind of racist. It says this is what literal cavemen actually looked like, and then it shows you just like people who were alive 100 years ago. That's the whole thing with cavemen is they're like
Poor,
a different animal, right? It's the
The Neanderthals.
Neanderthals. Are Neanderthals not a different animal?
They are.
And yet women.
But we killed
love-
all of them.
Women love cool Neanderthals.
The Homo sapiens. I read the book *Sapiens*, which I've been told by people in the field is very inaccurate.
Oh, bro.
But I'll still quote it as if it's true.
Yeah.
Who
Tell me,
cares?
speak on it, King.
That guy said that humans, the Homo sapiens, were around at the same time as the Neanderthals, and we killed them all.
Absolutely,
We were like,
did.
fuck those guys.
Our women liked them too much.
Oh, yeah.
They had to go because
We
they
had
looked
to-
good.
We had to invent the gym.
Yeah. Whenever I picture Neanderthals, I just think of orcs.
Orcs, like from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. That's like pretty much what they're going for, right?
Yeah, I
Like
think
they're just
so.
like big guys.
Yeah, they're big guys.
And they say things like, meat's back on the menu and stuff like that.
Did you ever watch the Geico Caveman show?
Yeah. Well, was it an actual show?
It was a TV show. Okay, so Geico, the
was Nick
commercials. Nick Kroll was
Yeah.
the star of the Caveman show. I watched like every episode of it in high school for some reason.
Yeah, it's
I was
important to
like
get that
very into the Caveman show. I thought it was fascinating.
Make sure you tell a lot of people about that.
Oh, it's huge. I rewatched it recently, the first episode. It is extremely racist. The
I
original
could
pilot.
see that.
The original pilot is that the premise is that cavemen still exist in our times,
Sure, they do.
but they're a metaphor for black people.
Oh, that's tough.
So it's a lot of Nick Kroll
Well,
being
Nick
like,
Kroll can say that.
yeah, exactly. It's Nick Kroll dressed as a caveman going on dates and being like, she probably only wants to fuck you because you're big caveman dick.
Oh my
and it's
God.
like, this is not okay.
I do not like that.
It's a lot of like, they call someone a crow MAGA, and it's like the N word. It's insane.
I don't like that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like the TikTok robot would not let you say
No,
these things.
no. It would never.
It wasn't like 2000s television networks who were just like, yeah, this.
So they made that extremely racist show, and they were like, we can't air this, and then they just
And
remade
this was all a
it.
commercial for Geico?
Yeah, this is a commercial for Geico, the car insurance
You
company.
used to just get paid to do nothing, I think. You just come up with racist things Geico could say. And they'd
That's
be
a
like,
nice company that will give you money if you need it.
You get $50,000. You did the assignment.
So yeah, if anyone wants to check out the racist caveman show,
Yeah, look that up.
I'd love to ask Nick Kroll about it.
I don't want to be in the room for that.
Nick, tell me about the caveman show.
The rest of his answer is pretty jacked in the after the picture, and it says these physiques indicate to a woman that you can chase wild game, fight off people who mean you harm, build her shelter, etc.
All right.
Is that true though?
No, I don't think any
I
of
don't
this makes
think
any
any of
sense.
this is true.
The question makes no sense to me.
Everyone on here went to like 1 year of school and was
Well,
like, I got it.
I feel like we're going to Quora University. We're going to end up with a master's degree by the end of this.
I know less than I did an hour ago. And then the top answer is from Kishichi Seth, and it says, It's not just muscles. The power in their bodies far exceeds that of any sportsman today. I am from India, and there are on Andaman Nicobar Islands, there are people who have been, to a large extent, been civilized forcefully or just because of the encroaching urban sectors. It's hard to say, but the point is they do not live naturally as much as people in the picture have been. Anyway, and then he's like, they got great bodies. They quote, kick a soccer ball harder than anyone else I have ever seen.
This sounds like someone describing an anime to me.
Yeah.
This is how it sounds when people try to tell me what Naruto's about.
Oh, and the ninjas, they have bodies unlike anything you've ever seen because of their chakra applications. They can run up a dang tree.
Yeah, this is exactly how it sounds. And I'm like, I'm not going to watch this.
How strong are cavemen? Date bio.
Just watch these 1,000 episodes.
Oh my God. They can blow a poison dart through a hollow straw to a very great distance.
Okay.
Though they smoke almost all the time is the end of that answer. And then a guy below says, and I quote, I can vouch for this. Wow, okay, so we learned a little bit about cavemen there. That's pretty interesting. I think we're off to a good start.
I have a question for you.
Up, Cora.
What is a clothing optional
Let me take
party?
that again. I hate that I said that. Yeah, what? What's up?
What's up, Cora?
What's up, Cora?
What is a clothing optional party?
What is a clothing optional party? It is...
This was answered by a physician at Healthcare and Medicine.
It's a very dangerous situation you cannot be a part of. What is the answer?
It says just that and not necessarily anything more. My teen daughters and their female cousin hosted a clothing optional party for their sleepover for their friends. My sister, the mother of the cousin, was present as the chaperone while my husband and I were away with the nephew. Basically, the girls and their guests would be able to swim nude in our pool.
Oh, okay.
Everyone arrived clothed and wore as much or as little as they were comfortable with, without judgment.
I love flaunting the law.
No clothing does not mean free use sex, and that's it.
Yeah, that was on a sign in front of the house when they And then the kids were probably just like, "What the? That's why I came here."
That's an insane question to. I don't know. Why would you host that?
Why would you? I don't know. What is the benefit for you? I guess if you really hate clothes in pools. Some people do feel strongly about clothes in pools.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just wear a bathing suit.
Just wear a bathing suit. Okay, that's what a clothing optional party is. That rounds that out. I think we should leave our question for the week and then come dip out of this one.
I think you're right.
Okay, so give it. Last week we asked a marriage question, but we didn't tag any marriage experts. We also were too general. So I think what we need to do is go to a more active space and leave a more detailed question and tag somebody. So let's go to you like movies, right?
Yeah, I like a good movie.
You like a film. Okay, so we're in movies and there's the Croods movie space.
The Croods?
The
Nicolas Cage caveman movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we can go in there. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, we're not going to go in there.
But I do have questions about why a large population of women like muscular men, despite there not being any gyms in the Croods.
Okay, yeah, let's ask that. All right, so we're in the Croods movie. There's no chance I'm going to get banned from the website, right? That will really T-bone the podcast in a real way.
Is our question about why is Nicolas Cage so attractive in the Croods, the animated feature, the Croods?
Yeah, we're stealing the other question because people really liked it.
That's true. That's a good point.
Is the Croods...
We know that one's had a high success rate of answering.
Is the movie The Croods appropriate for a 4-year-old is the only other question in here.
I can't imagine this is the most active.
No, we got to get out of here. This sucks. Why would they lead me to the Croods movie space? I'm trying so hard to get good at Quora, and they're making it so hard for me. Let's just ask one of movies in general.
Should we not do the forbidden knowledge one?
Forbidden knowledge. Okay.
We don't have to. I mean, we could just do a movie one.
No, we talked about forbidden knowledge today. Let's go to forbidden knowledge and go into spaces.
We could do a question about forbidden marriage knowledge.
Forbidden marriage knowledge. Support content creation. Be part of the subscribe. Oh wait, I gotta pay money to subscribe to forbidden knowledge.
What?
How does this website work?
You have to
I don't
pay money?
understand. I thought it was like Facebook.
There's money in Quora?
I'm not paying even a small amount of money to be
No.
part of the hidden
No.
knowledge section.
We'll have a Patreon and we'll say like if we reach this $5 thing.
We're gonna be one of those businesses that's giving money away. That's our target demographic. Okay. Okay. Submit to forbidden knowledge. All right. So what's our question for forbidden knowledge?
I don't know. Should we do something about marriage? What's a forbidden? How can I forbiddenly
Do you have
get
any
my
questions?
wife to do all the chores?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
What's a forbidden trick I can use?
Well, the thing is on here, they're mostly talking about like Yetis and stuff.
right. What do I do?
don't
How
know.
do I marry a Yeti?
How do I marry it? Oh, maybe if we okay. So let's make this more
Maybe I
something
should say
somebody
I
might
already-
answer.
okay.
What if it's like, has anyone ever married a Yeti
Okay.
or Sasquatch or some kind of cryptozoological
Yeah,
animal?
that's a good idea.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna spell it slightly wrong, and we're gonna put it in here. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm getting up.
Uh-oh.
This part's gonna suck for video. Okay, so we're asking, has any newly married here? Has anyone ever married a cryptological beast?
Such as? Should we say
Question
that?
mark. Such as a Yeti or Skinwalker.
That's a good one.
Okay, and then we add it.
I feel like we're gonna get a bunch of like shitty ball and chain style jokes. People
I
are
don't
like,
want jokes.
I've married a freaking Sasquatch. If you look at my shower drain,
Oh my god.
my wife's Italian.
Provided you don't come back here and answer the question, I think we're okay. That will be when we're really having a tough go, is we're answering each other's
Yeah.
questions.
Wow, we got a fun answer from Jeremy Kaplowitz.
There it is. The Mario guy? Yeah, so the question has to get approved, but I think we're good.
Okay.
And we will come back to that next week. Thank
All
you
right.
again for listening to Quar Raiders, the podcast where we don't know how this website works.
We're very confused.
We're not getting back. I feel
think-
like I got it more last week. to
I
be
think we
honest.
started the podcast being like, what is Quora? And we were joking, but now we're like, what is Quora?
I have to pay money.
How does this website work?
I don't know who is here. None of these people seem real, and I don't know how to use it, and I'm scared a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's where we're at in week 2, and come on back to find out if everything is going okay for us. Come on back for that.
Head to your local bank and get a lollipop.
And I'll see you on Quora.com.
Bye.